Hi, my name is Harper Gagliano. I'm a senior at the University of Iowa studying human physiology, and I have a minor in English. Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour through the making of my book, Trash Island.
From the start, I knew what ideas I wanted to portray in my book. Particularly, I wanted to foster ideas of environmental awareness and conservation efforts. To begin, my first question was what do I want to say, and who do I want to say it to? I began by making a rough draft, as seen here. It depicts Petey the Puffin, my main character in this series. At the start, I initially wanted to make a movie, like Bandersnatch on Netflix if you've ever seen it. The movie would be interactive. You get to choose decisions that the characters make, creating their own storyline in the process. I decided to regroup and try making a book, aimed at exploring things we know are affecting the environment, but perhaps don't know much about or don't talk about enough. My next question was how. How do I grab the audience's attention for long enough to make my book memorable? Changing gears, I knew I needed my book to captivate and tell the real story of our current environmental problems. With the help of English professor Tawny Kurth, I decided to make a new draft, this one more straightforward. Focusing on problems like microplastics and ocean acidification, I decided I would have Petey, our main character, live on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, really honing in on some of the issues we are facing. Finally, the last question I felt I needed to answer was why. Why do I feel like this project is important, and how can I make others feel the same? This brought me to my almost final draft of Trash Island, where I explored the concepts I felt I needed to give relevance to.
I'd like to read just one storyline of my book now. This book was written with Barbara Cooney's Miss Prometheus in mind. The book places emphasis on us all having an individual part in making the world a more beautiful place. Petey the Puffin lives on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. I love it here. My home seems to grow every day, says Petey. Petey's best friend on the island is Louie, the sea turtle. Louie is too humble to ask for help, even when he really needs it. Louie has been caught in a fishing net for a year, so Petey brings Louie groceries. No one on the island has thumbs, so Louie is housebound currently. Should we go to page 10 and bring Louie groceries? Petey decides to bring groceries to Louie's garbage pile. Thanks for taking care of me. No one else is, says Louie. Petey stops at Mr. Sniff's microplastic market. It's certified organic. Lucky for Petey, the price for plastic has been down ever since they plowed the Amazon. Oh, decisions, decisions. Let's go to page 18 and check out the hot spring before we bring the groceries to Louie. Petey decides to try out the new hot spring. Global warming sure has its perks, Petey says. Oh, but there's too much carbon dioxide in this one. The pH is all wrong. Petey is definitely experiencing the effects of ocean acidification. Let's go to page 30 and head home. Petey's tale and ours are different but the same. But there are many things that we can do before we turn to ourselves to blame. Let's start taking care of our home. We don't want to live on a garbage patch, too. And just like Petey, we can recruit our friends to help anew. So become informed, take up sustainable habits, and learn new ways to support our Mother Earth. Get going before it's too late. There are so many wonderful things left to do. Maybe this book will make you think of small changes you can make too.
I hope you enjoyed getting to learn a little about my book, Trash Island. I'd like to thank Brenda Shetty and Lori Adams for being my fellowship mentors over this past year. I'd like to thank Sue and Robert Latham for supporting this program and founding the Latham Science Engagement Initiative. And I'd like to thank Tawny Kurth for helping me edit my book and providing me with the creative space to come up with the storyline.